Hey everyone, welcome back to my Medieval Corner, where I chronicle my journey in medieval armored combat. I'm your host, John the 20th. We got a little change in the scenery, and how did you like my highlight reel intro? Well, we got a great episode for you today. We're gonna talk about injuries, my injury, and what kind of injuries can happen in this sport. We're also going to throw out some ideas on how to keep yourself busy during the injury, surgery, recovery process. So grab a seat, grab a horn, and let's break some bones. Injuries are unfortunate, but they do happen, regardless of the safety equipment or the rules of the list. The most common injuries in armored combat are blown knees and concussions. But other injuries are busted eyebrows, broken limbs or ribs, or the occasional lost tooth or broken nose. Most, if not all, of these injuries can be found in any other contact or combat sport. In the fight, we are out to hurt, but not to injure. Let me explain. We're out to injure, to knock you to the ground, but not for a total sustained injury. And with our armor requirements and our weapon standards, the sport is pretty much as safe as we can make it. Most, but not all, injuries happen from freak accidents. These accidents are usually from equipment failure or people who are prone to injury in certain areas by either genetics or previous injury. I myself completely tore my ACL and shredded my meniscus. It originally started as a dislocation in a melee at a Battle for the Roses back in February. I treated it as no big deal, right? Well, I either truly messed up my knee or I never let it fully heal. But I kept re-injuring it, and this last dislocation was the straw that broke the fighter's knee. It's my own fault for fighting even when I knew it wasn't a good idea. We've had a few guys on the team who have completely torn their ACL and had to have full surgeries. It sucks because we are pretty much benched for up to a year, if not more. You also have physical therapy, regaining the confidence to fight again. Not all people heal the same. I've known fighters who have sat for longer than a year, and some who have bounced back in months. But when I do get back in armor, I will be sport wrapping both of my knees and wearing supportive braces. I really don't want to go through this again. And with that said, I will be updating you with my surgery, recovery, and as my training develops. I will be taking rehabilitation very seriously because I want to heal and get back in the fight as soon as possible. I don't know about you, but I'm a busybody. If I don't feel like I'm doing something productive, I start to lose it. With my recovery, I'm looking at least a couple to a few weeks on the couch. So I asked myself, how do I keep myself busy and passionate about this sport even though I can't participate? For the first couple weeks, I'm going to enjoy my break from medieval combat. I will, however, attempt to do some announcing at Battle for the Grail, which is the Salt Lake City Crusaders hosted tournament where we will have teams travel from all over to participate in, August 26th and 27th in Lehi, Utah. Now, that will be 3 days after my surgery, so we'll see what happens. But to kill some time while I'm healing, I'm going to do several things. I will be studying fight footage from all around the world to learn new tactics for melee. I will be assisting the Crusaders in coaching and training. And I will also be training the rest of my body. I broke one limb, but I got 3 others that I can work on. If you find yourself in a similar predicament, you might have to get creative. For a brand new fighter, being injured can be frustrating. That new fighter may not know enough about the sport to keep their passion up while they heal. Your team should be a great support system. Reach out to your team because I guarantee there's at least a few fighters that have gone through exactly what you were going through. Just because your body can't train to fight doesn't mean you can't train your mind. Take the opportunity to learn about the fight styles. Do research on medieval history or the history of the sport or both. When you're hurt, it's frustrating. Your mind's going a million thoughts a minute and it's a roller coaster of ups and downs. Don't get discouraged. It's just a speed bump in the road. Soon enough, you and I will be back on our feet and back in the fight. This was a very personal episode. My journey in armored combat has taken an interesting turn. Soon enough, we'll get back to the combat. Even though I'm hurt, that won't stop me from making content here on my channel. Speaking of which, I've been working hard on a new shield build video for you. I've also been filming an armored cleaning video. Both should be released within the next few weeks. And with all that said, let's have a drink. Today's horn chug is Pacifico. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. Skull. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I just reached 100 subscribers and I'm looking forward to growing as a channel. We'll see you here soon for another episode of My Medieval Corner.